Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night once again. So, time for trailer reaction to Morbius. Okay, so the funny thing about this is, I did not know this trailer was dropping today. I had heard that there were a couple of like pictures that had been, I can't remember whether they were officially released or leaked or whatnot, including one that showed Jared Leto, who's playing Morbius, in a prison jumpsuit walking past a wall mural, for lack of a better phrase, of Spider-Man with murder on him. Hence, uh, trying to see where this movie fits exactly. So, but that's a whole other thing. But talked about it with some of my coworkers earlier today, and lo and behold, there's a trailer actually today. So, let's just go ahead and check this out and see what we have.
Michael, I've known you since you were a child. You're a gift. You always have. If there's an answer to your disease, you'll find it. I should have died years ago. Why am I still here if not to fix this? I have a rare blood disease, and I'm running out of time. This could be my last chance.
You're up to something. What is it?
It's not exactly legal.
I want to see you get hurt more than you already have.
This would be a cure.
At what cost? Michael, what's happening?
I went from dying to feeling more alive than ever. Increased strength and speed. The ability to use echolocation. And an overpowering urge to consume blood. How far are we allowed to go to fix something that's broken? Until the remedy is worse than the disease.
Michael Morbius. Got tired of doing the whole good guy thing, huh?
What's up, Doc?
Okay. Uh, let's watch that again. And then I have to try to understand a few things, including that last shot. So, here we go again.
Michael, I've known you since you were a child. You're a gift. You always have. If there's an answer to your disease, you'll find it.
Okay, so first, again, they're staying true to the Morbius mythology, if you will, I guess, where I'm trying to remember actual comic wise if it was a disease within himself or like if like I know, like for instance, Spider-Man the animated series from the '90s, I believe it was uh, disease of his people, not as but not as much just himself or including himself. So they're sticking to that, trying to cure, and see, he's a Nobel Prize winner and everything, not just a random doctor, but you know, um, a lauded doctor. So there's that. That's interesting. And of course, the story of Morbius is very reminiscent, and again, the way this trailer looks of, if you think The Fly, be it uh, the Jeff Goldblum remake, or again that's Roger Corman, I think, or like the original, which I think was what, 60s, 50s, 60s. But the story again of a scientist trying to do something, and through mishap, or in this case, own intention, blending their own DNA with this creature, and they become more like the creature. So let's continue.
I should have died years ago. Why am I still here if not to... I should...
I'm not sure where it takes place exactly. I'm just looking in the cityscape. I didn't know if it was New York, and if so, seeing if I could see what's no longer of interest.
I should have died years ago. Why am I still here if not to fix this? I have a rare blood disease, and I'm running out of time. This could be my last chance.
You're up to something. What is it?
It's not exactly legal.
I don't want to see you get hurt more than you already have.
This would be a cure.
At what cost?
So, of course, playing heavily on the, since it is Sony, from the studio that brought you Spider-Man, Homecoming, Far From Home, and Venom, which, I know people have various thoughts on Venom. I thought it was okay. I mean, I own it. I mean, I rewatched it. And, I mean, I'll probably rewatch it again after a little while. Because I'm reminded as well, Venom 2, I think it's supposed to come out this fall. Even though we haven't heard anything from it, or I can't recall hearing most from it. So, anyways, was it this fall or next fall? Anyways, yeah. So they're of course playing up that fact again. It's like, we brought you Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man. Yeah, it's connected with Marvel, but we brought him to you, and Venom 2. So.
Michael. What's happening?
I went from dying to feeling more alive than ever.
Increased strength and speed.
The ability.
Okay, what is that? I'm seriously like, what is that? Almost looks like a teleportation effect, but I mean, I know it's not. So that's interesting, which I don't recall being one of Morbius's powers. But then again, he's gone through different changes, so
The ability to use echolocation. And an overpowering urge to consume blood. How far are we allowed to...
All right, there we go. See, that's the what I refer to. So we see Morbius in a prison jumpsuit, Okay, so what's happened in all that? I guess is this near the end of the movie? Somewhere in the beginning? I don't know. It's hard to tell. But we see the mural of Spider-Man, which I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they pointed out it's I guess pictures from one of the pictures from the Spider-Man game, which is a great game. I just haven't finished it yet. Was borrowing it, but I may buy it once it's cheaper. Anyways, um, and it says murderer on it. So you got to wonder, okay, where is this falling in line? Because for those who have seen Spider-Man Far From Home, spoiler if you haven't seen it, I'm guessing anyone who's going to watch this movie has probably seen Spider-Man already. um, the same demographic. So we know he's, I guess one of the reasons it may say murderer is because, in Spider-Man Far From Home at the end, Mysterio frames him, makes it look like that he outs his identity, and then he makes it look as if he was responsible for killing Mysterio. So I'm thinking that's what it is, unless this is a separate continuity where similar events have happened. But we will get to something at the end of this that makes me wonder, okay, is it truly in the MCU?
To fix something that's broken. Until the remedy is worse than the disease.
Okay, and there we have our first look at, I guess, a Morbius, the living vampire. Just from that shot, I mean, it is looks fairly accurate. I mean, just this one shot to the Morbius of the comics. I mean, as far as the nose up more like a bat, you see his teeth, the long black hair, white skin. So, huh.
Michael Morbius. Got tired of doing the whole good guy thing, huh?
What's up, Doc?
Okay, and so that. Well, what it says got tired of doing the whole good guy thing. So what's it mean as far as just him trying to be a good guy, a doctor trying to save the world, and decide to do something else or whatnot? But the thing that, as I was saying, for the question of where does this fall? Is it an alternate reality or not? Again, those of you who saw Spider-Man Homecoming, Michael Keaton played Adrian Toomes the Vulture, who was in prison, and we see that prison jumpsuit. So I guess maybe because of something in there, he ended up in prison. He met Toomes. I don't know. But again, the mere fact that Michael Keaton is there, and I'm assuming that is as Adrian Toomes the Vulture, does basically say this is part of the MCU. Like, proper. Again, unless it's an alternate version, another dimensions version of Adrian Toomes, I guess, which is in the Venom verse. Because, again, Venom could theoretically be in the MCU, but they didn't say anything one way or the other. Well, pretty much said it was separate, but, I guess they might be retconning that comic terms. So, I don't know. But, as a teaser trailer, it's not bad. I mean, not terrible. Again, it's, kind of a horror vibe. Like I said, more in line with, like I said, you think like The Fly. Something, again, science trying to do something good. I mean, in the case of The Fly, he was trying to invent a teleportation pod, and, that's a whole other thing. But still, science trying to do something good. You end up getting gene splicing in there, and things happen. So, yeah. And it says summer, obviously. I know it's this summer. So yeah, I mean, will I be going to see it? Yes, I will be going to see it because I am a comic book nerd. I especially a Marvel nerd. I mean, Marvel and DC, but you know, between the two, Marvel has always been my main bread and butter. As I've said multiple times before, single character for such a long time, single favorite superhero character for such a long time, Batman. But overall, universe wise, Marvel Universe. Again, I can't wait to see Wonder Woman 1984. Like I said, I think the Batman is next year. I love DC as well. Can't wait to see it. But, Marvel has generally always been a little bit above. So, anyways, and, again, as part of the Spider Man universe, I'm really interested to see. Because, again, Venom wasn't bad. I mean, I know some people don't like it at all, but I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. Was it great? No, but it wasn't bad. So, along with that, and Sony, even though they had Marvel's help, Sony did produce Spider-Man: Homecoming and Far From Home. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm repeating myself. I'm ranting. That's my reaction. As always, feel free to share, subscribe, hopefully. Give it a like if you do like my content. And if you do like it and subscribe, feel free to hit the notification icon wherever it is down there so you will know when I post other content up. As always, thank you for watching my kind of grainy, weird videos. Peace.